Before we do that, though, our first order of business is to select the man to lead your squad, the head coach. Keep in mind that the person you select will bring with him both the playbook and the style of play that he... All right, now that you've got your first player, be sure to keep an eye on your team's overall rating. It'll range up and down during the selection process, but your first pick was definitely a step in the right direction. It's so important to find players you can really commit to in these first few rounds. You'd hate to have to readdress these same positions later on. Oh, did they get themselves a player here or what? Instant impact right there. That's a big leap forward from what they had on the roster to begin with. Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may have to go after a lower-rated player just to make sure you get coverage in all areas. I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside. Kind of an interesting choice there. I'm not entirely convinced that he's going to thrive in the system they plan on running. Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade. You'll likely want to attempt to draft players that align with your team's style. To be successful in draft champions, you'll want to follow that model as best you can. Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap.
Inspires me like a dog, inspires a rabbit. Death inspires me like a dog, inspires a rabbit. Can you save my everyday soul? Can you save?
And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. Yeah, I think if you look at the overall rating, you ask, why take him? But his value lies in his knowledge of the system, so it's not a bad pick at all. This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front, or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? And this is the cream of the crop here. A 5-star round all the way. Excellent selection. Just what this team needs to maybe get them over the hump. Curious as to how you did? Check it out here on the draft summary. So that's the process of putting your team together. From here, you can either take a moment to modify your lineup or, heck, head right out onto the field to see how you do.
I'm on the crossroads, lost hope and I lost quotes. My heart smokes for the fire that y'all to provoke. For the disbelievers, guess the game was missing the leader. Now they kissing my sneakers, lipstick on my Adidas. Word to the reverend, I'm running this like Russell Simmons. The game is a scrimmage, I'm stretching my muscle. It's blasphemous. Hazardous, had to just smash on they with this classic fashion. Gave him the biz, You ain't even gotta ask if you do it to the casket dip. Believe it or not, legacy mean a lot. Fiending and reach for the top. Yard dreaming, I drop. Damn, high break. Free from they make prisoners up at Rikers Island. Think out the box. This couldn't have been predicted by the Mayans. Wrestling with religion and science. Look,
give me something to believe in, yeah. 'Cause I'm looking for something to believe in. Money getter till I'm a 1%er. Business is warfare. Edgar Hoover said, stop the
A new era begins today. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Draft Champions. The Seahawks enter play this afternoon, ready to see what they've got and how or if these pieces are going to fit together. They'll match up here against the Philadelphia Eagles.
This game is underway. And this is Ginn running it out. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. Down at the 23. And Ingram's out there to receive the screen pass. Gains 18.
Jim, this time it's a halfback screen. Nice job by the quarterback. The halfback, good job after catching it. Picked up some good yards.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. They need to get the play off. Luck, handoff, and Ingram's taken down at the 49.
Jim, let's keep our eye on the defense. If they keep giving up runs like this, they're going to have to change what they're doing on the defensive side. Maybe bring another guy down in the box to stop those runs.
The Eagles use a timeout here. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down now. They'll run it with Mark Ingram. Peppers able to read that play and make the hit. Third and 2. Mark Ingram with the reception. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down. The Seahawks get a first down. The Seahawks go for it on 4th and short and convert. How about that call?
Yeah, I like the decision. 4th and short. I like the odds. The offense is going to get the job done. They call a nice play, and they convert, pick up that 4th down and 10.
Brandon Marshall has the grab. Buchanan's there to make the stop.
You got to catch the defense in the right scheme to throw wide receiver screens. Good timing by the play call by the offensive coordinator, and they pick up some valuable yards.
Looking for some daylight up the middle. A dominating force at wide receiver is Brandon Marshall.
Every team is looking for a wide receiver just like Brandon Marshall. Can we find a guy that's about 6'3" or 6'4", built like a running back, and can make people miss? Well, those guys are hard to find, but Brandon Marshall is one of them.
McFadden's brought down after picking up 6 on this play. Third down and 2. McFadden. And that gains a few. Players for both sides made an appeal, but the referees say it's on the defense. First down, offense readying for the snap. He's going to get another carry. And Ingram's brought down after picking up just a yard. Let's talk about the defense. A former first-rounder out of Florida State linebacker, Lawrence Timmons.
Yeah, he's a linebacker. That's what it says. But what you really need him for is to get to the quarterback from the inside or the outside. Timmons has that kind of talent.
In his hands, complete, touchdown. As we get near the end of the opening quarter, they've grabbed the lead with that touchdown.
Yeah, things have been rough so far, haven't they? It's been fun to watch. Each team is being very competitive and physical, but that's a nice thing to do, to score that touchdown and get a lead here late in the first.
Green's running this one out. Tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. Two tight ends on the field here. The Eagles from the 22. Brought down by Jason Pierre-Paul.
Every defense is looking for somebody to hit the quarterback, and the best person to do it is the defensive end. What a good job that time by him.
Matt Ryan with the long pass down the field. As we check now, this offensive unit getting it done for over a decade. Certainly a future Hall of Famer is tight end Jason Witten.
I agree, Jim. I think he is a Hall of Fame tight end. And all you do when you see Jason Witten playing football, there's always somebody chasing him because he's figured out a way to get open and get it done.
The Eagles not punting. Going to go for it on fourth down. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. He brings it in.
The Eagles took a big gamble going for it on fourth down, and they got it. Now, can you take advantage of that big gamble?
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. And now Ryans, it's Sue who takes the quarterback down. That's going to be a timeout charge to the offense. The Eagles have it at the 29. Down the field. What a catch. Thomas there that time for the tackle.
You throw it deep for a lot of reasons. One, you're hoping for the big play, maybe a touchdown, but also you got to think about interference. You can get that a lot of times, but that was a nice throw and catch.
Only 34 yards to the end zone. Ryan's lined up, two tight ends set, and now here's the toss for a gain of about 5.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Second down and 5. Handoff. Thomas is all over that offense and brings him down.
The Seahawks defense is so fast and so powerful. That time on the run play, they just overpower the offensive line. They tackle the runner for a loss.
This is third down.
Look what the defensive line is doing. They're all pinching down inside. They're expecting a run.
Ndamukong Suh has the sack. It's becoming evident here, partner, that this defense has done quite a job so far and is ready for this occasion. I know it's only the second quarter, but they've dictated the pace of this one.
You are right. I know it's early in the game, like you said, but so far the defense is winning the battle, and I think we kind of expected that coming into today's game.
The Eagles take it from the 43. Ryan's going to take off with it. Makes the play. The Eagles roll the dice and pick up the first on 4th down.
Yeah, I like that analogy. Roll the dice. Sometimes you got to take a chance and hope it comes up 7. Well, I don't know about the 7, but they pick up the first down.
Marching down the field and taking their time.
First and goal.
And incomplete. What a hit that time.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
And it's knocked down.
Can the defense come up big in a situation like this? They got a 7-point lead. I think you need to be aggressive, attack this offense.
Failing to connect there, 3rd down.
Wonderful job by the defense that time. They stayed after it. And inside their own 20, they finally come up with the play. They get the interception, and they keep the other team from getting points on the board.
Luck's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. Underneath, but can't find the mark that time as the pass goes incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Looking across the middle, and it's swatted away.
Well, but it's 3rd and long. I'll just say this, be very careful on the offensive side.
They face 3rd down after the incomplete pass. Ingram, solo back set. It's Marshall. Marshall's tackled down at the 31. That's reception.
I'm Adam Schefter, and with one game in the books, let's take a look at the rewards you've unlocked. Still a long way to go in this draft, but if you can... Julio Jones of the Falcons is the pick here. 3rd in the NFL in both receptions and receiving yards a season ago. One thing this team's going to need is some leaders, and they've got one right here. Maybe a little bit of a surprise selection there. Out of the 3 options, I'm not so sure that this was the way to go. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player, or do you go after a position of need? Yeah, not too much analysis needed here. This is quite a get at this stage of the draft. And there's a pick that'll certainly help. Maybe not an impact signing, but you're not going to hit a home run every round. And that's a pick that'll solve a lot of problems out there. He'll fit in nicely. And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. Three choices here, all of them impactful. Well, I don't fault the selection so much as I wonder if he'll really thrive in the system he's going to be asked to perform under. We've seen the Chargers represented already. Might one of his teammates join him? Both offensive and defensive options here. They might have to ask themselves which side of the ball needs more attention. Now that is quite a threesome. If only every round were this well stocked. Well, you ask any team if they have enough guys to rush the passer, and the answer usually will be no. So this is a pick that fills a need and fits the system. So there you go. You've wrapped up your first draft. From where I sit, it looks like a pretty good squad. All right, now you've reached the lineup screen. It might be time to make a few organizational decisions, so adjust your depth chart if need be. Boy, we've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been handed over. And there's a pick that does fill a hole, but I'm not sure that it's really going to be the one that improves the overall squad a tremendous amount. When you look at a choice like that, he's got both the talent and the skill set to really excel under what should be. Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice. Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here, or get yourself some help up front? In these middle rounds, you have to start. Yeah, this is kind of a curious one if you ask me. The talent's certainly there. I'm just not sure that we'll see the best of him in a system like this. Oh, no matter where you go here, you're going to get... Well, what more can you say about J.J. Watt, the Defensive Player of the Year in 2014? It's a tremendous pickup here. He can do it all from his defensive end position. Boy, it's finger-crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. One Kansas City Chief is gone already. Here's a chance to have a teammate join him.
So turn it on, we can go wild if it's what you want. Fire at me. I can't better let you go. So keep on throwing your sticks and stones. I'd rather fight with you all night and never have you in my life.
Oh, I tell you, you're not going to get too far in this competition without a superstar or two. And this guy right here certainly fits that billing. Well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that pick.
I got something to hide. I'll keep on playing with you.
Maybe not a huge upgrade over what they had already, but they're certainly building up some depth there.
It's just a game. Oh, you live holding me. I don't hurt easy.
Options here on both sides of the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me.
Think it's time to open up. Don't make me. So turn it on. We can go wild. It's what you want. Fire at me. I can.
Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition.
Stone.